past weather. On the left-hand side, you can find out the India map with 36 meteorological subdivisions. Red and yellow indicates below normal rainfall, and green and blue indicates normal to above normal rainfall activity. So you can find here that there has been good rainfall activity, in the sense the normal rainfall activity to excess rainfall activity in many meteorological subdivisions, except Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Punjab, East MP, West and East MP, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Bidar, Konkan, Andaman Nicobar Islands, and Lakshadweep. For the country as a whole, rainfall has been 13% above the long period average, or above the normal rainfall. If we consider the different homogeneous regions on the right hand side, you will find that it was above normal or normal in different homogeneous regions, except northwest India, where it was 24% below normal. And it is mainly because of the deficiency in Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir. Other subdivisions were normal to excess. And East and Northeast India, especially if you just look at Bihar, West Bengal, Sikkim, Jharkhand, Odisha, Assam and Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, all these subdivisions got excess rainfall activity. These activities, what you find here, you will find that this was only after 15th of March. After 15th of March, it was highly deficient for the country as a whole and over different meteorological subdivisions. Temperatures were above normal to above markedly above normal. Heat wave conditions prevail in certain places. But after 15th of March, a number of western disturbances passed over the region, leading to this type of rainfall activity. Now let us look at district-wise rainfall. You can find that most of the districts also got normal to excess rainfall activity, except the central part of the country covering Madhya Pradesh, Bidar, and adjoining areas where it was deficient rainfall activity. On the right-hand side, this is the rainfall series from 1901 onwards. But you find that it was the 10th highest rainfall since 2001. So therefore, it is not a record-breaking rainfall, but it is just near normal, but on the positive side of the normal rainfall activity. So if you look at rainfall over East and Northeast India, what I told you that it was quite high, it is the second highest since 2001. After 2005, 2005 was one of the highest rainfall activity in the recent 2 to 3 decades. After that, this is the year when we have got the higher rainfall activity. And if you consider the entire period, it is the 11th highest from 1901. For South Peninsular India, if you just look at, it is the 9th highest since 2001. So therefore, it is not any record breaking. Though I will tell the contrasting behavior this year has been the higher rainfall activity over East and Northeast India because of the western disturbances and thunderstorm activities. Now, if you look at the various types of significant weather what occurred in the month of March, this is the heat wave condition which prevailed over Vidarbha and southern parts of Himachal Pradesh on 5th to 15th. And it was mainly because of the subsidence of air in association with anticyclonic circulation. And also there was absence of western disturbances during the first 15 days of the month. And there was lack of interaction, and hence there was less rainfall activity leading to the rise in temperature. There were 8 western disturbances. Out of that, 6 western disturbances caused rainfall activity over the country. First 2 was not so significant, but all these western disturbances occurred after 15th of March. You can say 11 to 31st March, all these 6 WWDGs which caused rainfall activity was realized. Of course, these WD activities led to thunderstorms, lightning, gusty winds, hailstorms, squalls, etc. for northwest India and then central India. And when they moved towards the east, it caused activity over eastern India and east central India, and also the northeast India. So large-scale thunderstorm activity also occurred in peninsular India, leading to normal rainfall activity. So you can see here, we have put up here 7 days cumulative rainfall on the right-hand side. The first one is, you can say, 25th of February to 4th of March. That is covering the first beginning of the March. Then second one is 4 to 11th of March on the right-hand side. The bottom left, it is 11th March to 18th March, and right-hand side is the 18th March, 25th March. Of course, after 25th March, the similar activity is going on. What you find here, up to 15th of March or 11th of March, there is not much activity. After that, so that means last 2 weeks or 3 weeks have been good rainfall activity. Mainly, I will tell last 2 weeks. There has been good rainfall activity leading to this type of improvement in the country as a whole and many subdivisions. So as a result, after 15th of March, there was normal to below normal temperature. There was no heat wave conditions. Now let us look at the heavy rainfall events. On the left-hand side diagram, you can find out the occurrence of heavy rainfall, and mainly it occurred over the east and northeast India, then east central India and peninsular India. There was one or two activity over Jammu and Kashmir and Uttarakhand also. Now, if I compare this heavy rainfall activity, you'll find that in 2023, total number was 100 heavy rainfall and 5 very heavy rainfall. And this year in 2026, it is 97 plus 7. So what I want to say, the total number of heavy, very heavy or extreme heavy rainfall events in 2023 and 2026 are almost 7. Whereas it was less in 2022, the lowest, and 2024 and 2025, it was around 60. Okay, so there is some kind of resemblance between 2023 and 2026. Now let us look at the significant weather event which occurred in different parts of the country. That was the heavy rainfall only. Here we are showing other events like lightning. You can see the lightning. It occurred over Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Haryana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Assam, Chhattisgarh, Kerala, other places also. But in these places, 32 human deaths were recorded as per newspaper reports. Thunderstorm also caused 4 deaths. Thunderstorm, when there is thunderstorm, there is lightning also. But the difference is that thunderstorm means it is strong wind, squally or gale wind, which leads to uprooting of trees, breaking of tree branches, hoarding, etc., removed, and otherwise collapse of houses, etc. So that caused 4 deaths. And direct lightning death was 32. And there was snowfall activity in Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh areas, and that caused 7 deaths. And flood and heavy rainfall, again, it is Jammu and Kashmir, the 2 deaths. So, so this is therefore total is about 36, 7, 43 to 45 deaths in the month. Now, considering the temperature during March 2026, you will find that yes, on top panel shows the maximum temperature, minimum temperature, and the mean temperature. That is the mean of maximum and minimum. The bottom panel shows the anomaly. Anomaly means deviation from the normal temperature, the long period average temperature. So what you find that the maximum temperature was above normal over many parts of northwest near central India. Minimum temperature is also above normal over most parts of northwest, central, and east and northeast India. And mean temperature was accordingly representing. But peninsular India was near normal temperature, be it maximum temperature or minimum temperature or the mean temperature during this month, or it was slightly below normal even. And because of the heavy rainfall, northeastern states were below normal maximum temperatures. Now let us look at the comparison of temperatures all India. If I just look at the rank based on data of 1901 onwards, there is no such rank which should be discussed here, but only the minimum temperature. All India was the second rank, Northwest India was third rank, East and Northeast India was second rank, Central India was fourth rank. Of course, Peninsular India was not so warm night. So that means night was warmer in the month of March for all India, Northwest India, East and Northeast India, and Central India. Now, let us look at the progression from 1901 to 2026 March. So green straight line, horizontal line is the normal temperature, and bar are the maximum temperature or minimum temperature or the mean temperature. So what you find that I've already discussed, the minimum temperature was contrasting this year, being higher. And you can see that minimum temperature has been higher continuously in the last 4 years. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. If you just look at temperature is minimum temperature is higher than normal. Now let us look at the monthly average minimum and mean temperature over Northwest India. They told Northwest India was warmer. It was second also in rank. So what you find that yes, there is no such trend, but last 2 years it was near normal, but this year it has become significantly above normal. And if I look at the Northwest India mean temperature also, this year it has become the higher than normal temperature. So comparing the minimum temperature is the third rank. The most intense, or you can say warmest night temperature was 2010, followed by 2022, then 2026, 1953, and 2004. So what does it indicate that in recent years has been warmer? The night temperatures have been warmer in recent years. Out of 5, 4 are after 2000. In Northwest India, mean temperature, if I just consider, then 2022 was the rank 1, that is the warmest mean temperature, then 2010, then 2004, then 1953, then 2020. Again, here also, out of 5 years, 4 are after 2000. And this year it is 5th rank in terms of these. Now, let us look at the monthly average minimum temperature for East and Northeast India. So what you find that it is 1953 when it was 1.59 as the warmest, okay, warmest night temperature, you can say. In 2026, the second warmest night temperature. It was mainly because of the cloudiness and western disturbances, lightning, etc., which led to rise in night temperature. Now, this is the TM series of the monthly average minimum temperature for Central India. Here also it is the 4th rank. And the highest was 2016, followed by 2010, 1969, 2026, and 1953. So out of 5, 3 are after 2000. So I will summarize here that this year the March night temperature has been warmer and it is record breaking, becoming either 2nd or 3rd or 4th, considering data of 1901 onwards. And it was mainly because of the rainfall activity after 11th of March. It continued day after day with the thunderstorm activities, cloudiness, which resulted in the warmer night temperature, in especially in the western disturbances. Now, let us look at the forecast, what we issued for the month of March and what has happened. On the right-hand side was the forecast. You can see that forecast was like that. It will be normal to above normal rainfall over the western parts of the country, mainly, and peninsular India, and Northwest India, also many parts. So you can find that normal to above normal rainfall occurred over many parts, except some areas in East MP, Chhattisgarh, Vidarbha, where it was below normal rainfall activity, and also J&K and Ladakh, it was below normal rainfall activity. So if I compare these two diagrams, I would say that it has picked up very well, but except East and Northeast India. If I look at Northeast India, Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, and adjoining Eastern India like says West Bengal and Sikkim, Bihar, and Jharkhand, here prediction was was below normal rainfall activity, but actually it has become normal to above normal rainfall activity. I will say that it has predicted well in major parts of the country, except East and Northeast India, where it underestimated. It predicted below normal, but actually became normal to above normal rainfall. Now let us look at the maximum temperature forecast. On the right hand side was the maximum temperature forecast, and the left hand side was the actual maximum temperature. So here also I will say that east and northeast India, it has been mainly because this western disturbance and thunderstorm, lightning, etc. It was not picked up by the model in seasonal scale or monthly scale, and hence it could neither predict correctly the rainfall nor the maximum temperature. Now let us look at the minimum temperature. Minimum temperature, yes, it predicted well in major parts of the country. You can see that prediction was that it will be above normal temperature for most parts of the country except southeast peninsula, and also southeast peninsula has been, but little larger area in the peninsula has recorded normal to below normal temperature, and prediction was also normal to below normal temperature. So I will say it is 90% of area has been well predicted in terms of the minimum temperature. So summarizing our forecast this year, I will say that we have to investigate further why the prediction could not go well for east and northeast India rainfall and maximum temperature. Now let us look at the heat wave outlook, what we issued. On the left hand side, it was the climatology of heat wave for the month of March. You can say that. Usually in the month of March, we get more heat wave conditions in Vidarbha, Telangana, and adjoining areas of interior Maharashtra and Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, of course. And the prediction was that it will occur for Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh, and adjoining Maharashtra also here. So you can see that yes, it has occurred like that. We got the heat wave condition for 3 to 4 days in Gujarat and adjoining Maharashtra. There is North Konkan and also Andhra and Odisha. Okay, so Odisha is just one, and Andhra also we got 1 day only. And it was not predicted that there will be 6 days, that is above normal number of heat wave conditions. It was predicted normal. You can see from the climatology here that frequency of heat wave days is quite high over Vidarbha, and also it has occurred for 6 days over Vidarbha. So what I want to say that heat wave predictions this year has gone almost well, except Himachal Pradesh, where we have got 4 days of heat wave conditions, and it was not predicted. Otherwise, heat wave conditions for Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Bidar, etc. has been predicted well. Now let us look at the large-scale circulation features, starting with El Nino and southern oscillations. So you can see the temperature distribution here, sea surface temperature anomaly over the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. What you find that the Nino 3.4 region average in the last week is minus 0.3, which is the neutral condition. So what I want to say is that the neutral El Nino southern oscillation conditions are prevailing at present over the Pacific Ocean. Now, if I look at other parts, SST, sea surface temperatures, we are near to above average in the Atlantic Ocean, and we are below average north of Australia. Equatorial sea surface temperature anomalies were warmer in the western and far eastern Pacific compared to the east central Pacific. You can see in the diagram here, this western Pacific and east central Pacific. But this one you can find out east central Pacific is relatively cooler. Now let us look at Nino 3.4 here. You can see that the progression from May 25 onwards towards the March 2026. So gradually how it is warming up, you can see, but still at present it is the neutral conditions. Now let us look at latest El Nino southern oscillation forecast. This is the official NOAA CPC forecast on the left hand side. What you find here for the April, May, June, this gray area, which represents the neutral condition, is dominating. That means we are expecting the neutral conditions, neither El Nino nor La Nina conditions, till June, April, May, June. If we consider the average of May, June, July, also still the gray area is dominating. So therefore, there is a good confidence that up to June, there is no El Nino condition to develop in the Pacific Oceans. If you go to June, July, August, you are getting that red one is dominating. That means during the period June, July, August, that means mid is July. Maybe in the month of July or towards end of July, there will be development of the El Nino conditions as per this forecast. If you look at the different forecasts issued by different global centers, you will find that the same thing. The majority of dynamical models indicate development of El Nino conditions during southwest monsoon season, but whether it will be end of July or it will be beginning of August, that it is very premature. But forecast is that there is high probability that is ENSO neutral to continue in April to June with 82% probability. And we'll go to June to August period, then there is 62% probability that El Nino is likely to develop. So therefore, we'll be keeping watch and we'll be monitoring continuously. But it is rest assured that April to June, it is not going to be any El Nino conditions. And July, whether it will be end of July or so, there is kind of uncertainty that we'll see over the period of time. If I look at Indian Ocean dipole, it is a neutral conditions at present, and neutral condition likely to continue. Okay, and there are certain predictions you can see here in the second half of the monsoon season. There could be positive Indian Ocean dipole. So you can see from this ensemble forecast written on the right hand side, and here also you can see different forecasts generated by the different centers. So all these are there is a consensus, you can say, that at present neutral IOD conditions, and it is likely to be positive IOD conditions in the second half of the monsoon season. Now this is the monsoon basin climate forecast system regarding the Indian Ocean dipole. It is also suggesting that neutral conditions are prevailing, and neutral conditions will continue till the middle of the monsoon months, middle of the monsoon season. Now let us look at the forecast temperature outlook for April to June 2026. So this is the left-hand side is the maximum temperature. So what you find that half of the country, it is like a bipolar nature. Half of the country has normal to below normal, and rest half has got above normal temperature. Especially the east and northeast India, the adjoining northeast peninsula will have above normal temperatures. And there itself, again, if I look at the probability of above normal temperature, then north coastal Andhra Pradesh, north coastal Andhra Pradesh, coastal Odisha, and coastal West Bengal, there is high probability that temperature will be above normal. If similarly, there is also high probability temperature will be above normal along the coastal areas of Gujarat and West Coast. Also high probability over Jammu and Kashmir, that is Ladakh area mainly, where you will have above normal temperatures. But Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Punjab, northern parts of Maharashtra, all these are expected to be below normal maximum temperature. If I look at the minimum temperature, that most parts of the country is showing the above normal temperature. There is also high probability, also above normal temperature over Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Bihar, and West Bengal, and Sikkim, all these things. The most red color you can find here. So what does it mean actually? Except some parts of Telangana and Maharashtra, where it will normal to below normal minimum temperature. So it indicates that perhaps in the month of April, there will be intense thunderstorm activity. There will be pressures of western disturbances, which will cause rainfall activity and cloudiness, just like it has happened in month of March. In the month of April also, we are expecting, if I interpret this diagram, I'll come to rainfall afterwards. If I interpret this diagram, we are expecting that there will be very good activity in terms of western disturbances, thunderstorms, etc., which will have the cloudiness at night, and hence there will be above normal minimum temperature. Now let us look at forecast for the April. So that was the April to June. This was the April to June conditions. Now we are coming to April. If I look at the month of April, I compare maximum temperature of April to June. If you see here, and there is a bipolar characteristics. Western part is normal to below normal, eastern part is above normal. And here what you find that Eastern part continues to be above normal, like East India and northeastern states. But of course, western part also, it is not completely below normal, but it is becoming above normal also, like Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, northern parts of Himachal, Uttarakhand, West Rajasthan, some parts of Gujarat, and these things, and Maharashtra and North Karnataka, Telangana, they are showing above normal temperatures. So what I want to say that in the month of April, these areas will have, and there is high probability in the eastern parts, like say North Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, North Odisha, etc. High probability of temperature becoming higher. Now, if I look at the minimum temperature, yes, entire country you can say, except some parts of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, you will have above normal minimum temperature. That's cloudy nights. Again, so it shows cloudy nights, the more rainfall temperature, etc. You can more rainfall, cloudiness, etc. You can expect in the month of April, which will lead to this type of above normal minimum temperature. And on the other hand, maximum temperature will be normal to below normal in many parts of the country. So if that is the case, what is the forecast for heat wave? For the seasonal forecast of heat wave, you see that entire country is not going to experience higher than normal heat wave conditions. Only these border areas, what I discussed a little earlier, where you have got mainly the eastern part, I will say, where you have got higher temperature, you will have the higher number of heat wave days. Along the Indo-Gangetic plains also, you can expect higher number of heat wave days. Then Gujarat and West Rajasthan, all this area also, you can expect higher number of heat wave days. And this is around 2 to 4 number of higher, 2 to 4 or 5 days higher. So above normal heat wave days are expected over most parts of the country, you can say, including Rajasthan. Except it is not complete Rajasthan, it is West Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana, and Punjab, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, etc. But you can see that relatively Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Bidar area are showing the less probability, and you cannot expect it. A normal type of heat wave condition will be there, but it is not above normal heat wave conditions. If I look at the month of April, so what I find that just like month of March, of course, it is increasing, but not so alarming. We have alarming conditions for the month of April only along the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, North Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, coastal Odisha, coastal West Bengal. These are the areas where you can expect more number of heat wave days than in the first one. And then, of course, some parts of Odisha, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and some pockets in the Indo-Gangetic plains, you can expect the higher than normal. So there will be below normal heat wave conditions in the central part, like Rajasthan, some parts of UP, Madhya Pradesh, etc. below normal. So what I want to say that because of the expected rainfall and expected western disturbances and expected thunderstorms, the majority of the central and northwest India will not experience above normal heat wave conditions. But the coastal areas, in the west coast, for example, Gujarat and adjoining Maharashtra, and the east coast, it is Odisha, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, and adjoining areas of North Tamil Nadu, will have the heat wave conditions, and it will be above normal by about 2 to 4 days in the month of April. Now, if you look at the climatologically, in the month of April, on right-hand side diagram, you can see that eastern part experiences more heat wave conditions. So, forecast for the month of April is almost similar to climatology, but it will increase in number. And April, May, June, if I consider, then it becomes higher in northern parts of the country, like say Rajasthan, and then Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, etc. So this is the climatological pattern. So compared to this climatological pattern, this will be the expectation in the month of April, and this is the expectation in the month of April to June. What I want to say, if I compare the forecast of heat wave for April and April to June, I can infer that the number of heat wave days, which of course expected in the month of April, it will be less, and more heat wave days will be experienced in the month of May. That is one of the conclusions you can bring out from the comparison of heat wave forecast for May and April to June. So that means May, June will have more heat wave conditions compared to April this year. Now let us come to the rainfall forecast. You can see as I was telling you, in the month of April, we are expecting normal to above normal rainfall activity over many parts of the country. That is the reason why we are not expecting a more heat of days. Heat of days relatively less. And accordingly, night temperature also will be warmer because of this rainfall activity what we are expecting. But Northeast India is still predicted to have the above normal, below normal rainfall activity. But I will request you to keep it with a pinch of salt that forecasters failed in the month of March for Northeast India. There are certain pockets where forecast efficiency is not so good, and maybe Northeast India is one of the area where forecast efficiency, seasonal forecast, monthly forecast is not so good. So therefore, that also we should keep in mind. And otherwise, in general, April is expected to have above normal temperature for the country as a whole, and also majority part of the country will have normal to above normal rainfall. Above normal rainfall. So the rainfall is said to be above normal in month of April if it is more than 112% of the long period average. The long period average rainfall based on 1971 to 2020 is 39.2 millimeter. That means this year it will be 12% higher rainfall than 39.2 millimeter. You can find out certain dotted points here. The dotted points indicate that the amount of rainfall in the month of April which is received in these areas are quite less. And hence your variability will be quite high in this region. There are certain white spots you can see. In the white spots, model does not have any signal. Model could not predict. It could provide equal probability for three ranges like normal, below normal, above normal. It has no projections. Therefore, that is the limitation. We cannot provide the forecast for those white shaded areas. अभी मैं आप सभी को हिंदी में जानकारी देने के लिए कोशिश करूंगा। न्यूनतम एवं अधिकतम तापमान अप्रैल से जून 2026 के लिए संभाव्य पूर्वानुमान। लेफ्ट साइड में जो आप चित्र देख रहे हैं वो है अधिकतम तापमान अप्रैल टू जून के दौरान। आने वाले गर्मी की ऋतु अप्रैल टू जून के दौरान देश के कई हिस्सों में अधिकतम तापमान सामान्य या सामान्य से नीचे रहने की संभावना है, सिवाय पूर्वी और पूर्वोत्तर भारत के अधिकांश हिस्सों, साथ ही मध्य भारत की पूर्व हिस्सों और समीपवर्ती प्रायद्वीपीय भारत को छोड़कर जहां अधिकतम तापमान सामान्य से अधिक रहने की संभावना है। आप यहाँ देख पा रहे होंगे जो येलो और ऑरेंज कलर, रेड कलर एरिया है वहाँ सामान्य से अधिक रहने का संभावना है अधिकतम तापमान, और ये जो ग्रीन एरिया है वहाँ सामान्य रहने का, जो ब्लू एरिया है वो सामान्य से कम रहने का संभावना है। नीचे दिए गए जो चित्र है वो न्यूनतम तापमान की है, जैसे दिखाई दे रहा है। अप्रैल से जून 2026 के दौरान देश के अधिकांश हिस्सों में न्यूनतम तापमान सामान्य से अधिक रहने की संभावना है, सिवाय महाराष्ट्र और तेलंगाना के कुछ क्षेत्रों को छोड़कर जहां न्यूनतम तापमान सामान्य या सामान्य से नीचे रहने की संभावना है। यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है महाराष्ट्र और तेलंगाना का कुछ क्षेत्र जहाँ ग्रीन कलर और ब्लू कलर दिखाई दे रहा है वहाँ सामान्य से कम तापमात्रा होने का संभावना, और इस पूरी कंट्री में सामान्य से अधिक न्यूनतम तापमान रहने का संभावना है। अभी मैं अप्रैल 2026 के पूर्वानुमान के बारे में बताऊंगा। अप्रैल 2026 लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में जो चित्र दिखाई दे रहा है वो है मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर आउटलुक, यानी अधिकतम तापमान का पूर्वानुमान। और इस पूर्वानुमान के हिसाब से देश के कई हिस्सों में मासिक अधिकतम तापमान सामान्य या सामान्य से नीचे रहने की संभावना है। हालांकि पूर्वी और पूर्वोत्तर भारत के कई भागों और उत्तर पश्चिम भारत के कुछ हिस्सों और दक्षिण प्रायद्वीपीय को छोड़कर जहां अधिकतम तापमान सामान्य से अधिक रहने की उम्मीद है। यहाँ देख पा रहे हैं आप, जहाँ येलो, ऑरेंज, रेड कलर है वहाँ सामान्य से अधिक रहने का संभावना है। न्यूनतम तापमान की बात करें तो पूरी कंट्री में लगभग आपका सामान्य से अधिक तापमान रहने का संभावना है, सिर्फ तेलंगाना और आंध्र प्रदेश कुछ हिस्से को छोड़कर जहाँ वो सामान्य से कम रहने का संभावना है। हम उष्ण लहर या हीट वेव का आउटलुक के बारे में बात करें तो अप्रैल से जून में जो हीट वेव का पूर्वानुमान है ये चित्र में दिखाया गया है। अप्रैल से जून 2026 के दौरान मध्य और उत्तर पश्चिम भारत के कुछ हिस्सों और दक्षिण पूर्व प्रायद्वीप में हीट वेव वाले दिनों की संख्या सामान्य से अधिक रहने का संभावना है। स्पेशली जैसे मैं बोल रहा था, तटीय इलाका जो है यहाँ और तटीय स्टेट्स जो है, जैसे आंध्र प्रदेश, उड़ीसा, वेस्ट बंगाल, यहाँ ज्यादा होने का संभावना है, और नॉर्थ तमिलनाडु। और दूसरा इलाका है यहाँ गुजरात और एडजनिंग एरियाज ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान वगैरह। और तीसरा एरिया है जो कि फुटहिल्स ऑफ हिमालय के आसपास है, वहाँ ज्यादा हीट वेव कंडीशन होने का संभावना है अप्रैल से जून के बीच में। मगर अप्रैल महीने की बात करें, ये जो डायग्राम आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, ये सिर्फ कोस्टल स्टेट्स जो ईस्ट कोस्ट में है वहाँ ज्यादा होने का संभावना है, स्पेशली वेस्ट बंगाल, उड़ीसा, आंध्र प्रदेश एंड नॉर्थ तमिलनाडु, पुडुचेरी, यहाँ सामान्य से अधिक हीट वेव कंडीशन होने का संभावना है। इसके अलावा जो गुजरात और महाराष्ट्र में कुछ इलाका में भी सामान्य से अधिक होने का संभावना है। और सेंट्रल पार्ट है जैसे कि राजस्थान, उत्तर प्रदेश, मध्य प्रदेश, इसमें सभी नॉर्मल से कम हीट वेव या उष्ण लहर होने का संभावना है। अभी बारिश की बात करें तो अप्रैल 2026 के दौरान वर्षा का संभाव्य पूर्वानुमान ऐसे तरीका है कि अप्रैल 2026 के दौरान पूरी देश में औसत वर्षा के सामान्य से अधिक होने की सबसे अधिक संभावना दिखाई दे रहा है। जैसे कि दीर्घावधि औसत से लगभग 112% से ज्यादा बारिश होने का संभावना है, यानी 12% ज्यादा होगा नॉर्मल से। 1971 से 2020 तक जो आंकड़ा हमारे पास है, इसको आधार करके जो दीर्घावधि औसत निर्णय किया गया है वो लगभग 39.2 मिलीमीटर है। यानी इस साल अप्रैल महीने में 39.2 मिलीमीटर की 12% ज्यादा बारिश होने का पूर्वानुमान किया जा रहा है। और अप्रैल 2026 के दौरान देश के अधिकांश हिस्सों में सामान्य से लेकर सामान्य से अधिक बारिश होने का संभावना है, सिवाय पूर्वोत्तर भारत को छोड़कर। पूर्वोत्तर भारत में एक्चुअली बारिश सामान्य से नीचे वर्षा होने की संभावना दिखाई दे रहा है। और मानचित्र में दिखाया गया जो बिंदीदार क्षेत्र है, डॉटेड स्पॉट्स, वो सभी एरिया ऐसा है जहां वर्षा स्वाभाविक से कम होता है, माने इसका जो वेरिएबिलिटी है ज्यादा होता है। इसलिए जो आप पूर्वानुमान को इवैल्यूएट करेंगे, इसको आपको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा कि इस एरिया में वेरिएबिलिटी ज्यादा है और बारिश बहुत कम होता है। और जो व्हाइट स्पॉट्स है, सफेद अंकित चिन्ह जो दिखाई दे रहा है आपको, वो सभी एरिया ऐसा है जहां हमारा जो मल्टी मॉडल एनसेम्बल है इसका दक्षता नहीं है पूर्वानुमान करने के लिए, यानी ये कोई प्रोजेक्शन नहीं दे पा रहे कि यहाँ सामान्य वर्षा होगा कि सामान्य से ज्यादा होगा कि सामान्य से कम होगा, माने ये कोई पूर्वानुमान यहाँ नहीं है, कोई सिग्नल या कोई संकेत इस एरिया में नहीं है। अभी हम चलते हैं, देखते हैं कि एक्सटेंडेड रेंज फोरकास्ट, यानी आने वाले 4 हफ्ते में क्या होने वाला है, हफ्ते बाय हफ्ता हम देखेंगे। तो आप देखेंगे कि पहला हफ्ता जो अभी चल रहा है 2 मार्च तक, 2 अप्रैल तक हफ्ता चल रहा है, या ईस्टर्न इंडिया, नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया का स्पेशली क्षेत्र में बारिश होने का संभावना है। और मैं सेकेंड वीक को देखें तो वहाँ भी वही एरिया में बारिश हो रहा है। थर्ड हफ्ता देखें तो वहाँ भी वही एरिया में बारिश हो रहा है, बट बारिश ज्यादा हो रहा है यहाँ नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया में। और चौथा में भी यही बारिश ऐसे दिखाई दे रहा है। सो नॉर्मल से कंपेयर करें तो आपका एबो नॉर्मल रेनफॉल दिखाई दे रहा है नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स तीनों हफ्ते में नॉर्थ दिखाई दे रहा है। तो इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ जो सीजनल फोरकास्ट है थोड़ा यहाँ कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट हो रहा है। सीजनल फोरकास्ट बोल रहे हैं कि आपका बिलो नॉर्मल रेनफॉल होगा, मगर एक्सटेंडेड फोरकास्ट बोल रहे हैं कि एबो नॉर्मल रेनफॉल होगा। आई विल गो बाय द एक्सटेंडेड फोरकास्ट एंड आई विल सजेस्ट यू दैट Northeast India also will have the above normal rainfall during the month of April. And Northwest India also will have above normal rainfall activity in certain weeks. Otherwise, it will have the normal rainfall activity. And Peninsula की बात करें तो Kerala is showing rainfall activity mainly. But I will say that thunderstorm activity will be there across the country. And rainfall will be near normal and each and every week, as you can see from this diagram. Now let us look at the maximum and minimum temperature. Left hand side जो है वो है maximum temperature anomaly यानी deviation. You can see जैसे ही का prediction था, यहाँ भी ऐसे ही prediction है। आपका below normal temperature, maximum temperature बहुत सारे इलाके में दिखाई दे रहा है, मगर फिर भी ये जो एरिया आप देख रहे हैं कोस्टल एरिया, कोस्टल ईस्ट कोस्ट, एंड वेस्ट कोस्ट, वो एरिया में एबो नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर दिखाई दे रहा है। इसलिए अप्रैल महीने में हम जो एरिया देख रहे हैं, अब देखो धीरे धीरे वो टेम्परेचर एरिया जो है ना, फर्स्ट वीक से सेकंड वीक देखेंगे, ये बढ़ रहा है, थर्ड वीक में बढ़ रहा है, फोर्थ वीक में बढ़ रहा है। सो ये कंसिस्टेंट है। सो टेम्परेचर फोरकास्ट जो आप एक्सटेंड रेंज में देख रहे हैं और जो मंथली फोरकास्ट में आपको बताया अप्रैल महीने के लिए कंसिस्टेंट है कि ईस्ट कोस्ट में जो कोस्टल स्टेट्स है वो एरिया में टेम्परेचर ज्यादा रहेगा और वहाँ हीट वेव कंडीशन नॉर्मल से ज्यादा होने का संभावना है। अदरवाइज जो सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ कंट्री है वहाँ बिलो नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर रहेगा फर्स्ट वीक और सेकंड वीक, आप देख लिए थर्ड वीक और फोर्थ वीक का टेम्परेचर वहाँ बढ़ रहा है। मिनिमम टेम्परेचर की बात करें, मिनिमम टेम्परेचर काफी इलाके में आप बिलो नॉर्मल यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है फर्स्ट वीक में, बट सेकंड वीक आप चले अप्रैल महीने का है वो एबो नॉर्मल दिखाई दे रहा है, जो कि ये भी अगेन कंसिस्टेंट है कि ये ज्यादातर क्लाउडीनेस रहेगा तो अब टेम्परेचर एबो नॉर्मल होना संभावना है। सो ये अगले 7 दिन के लिए फोरकास्ट है। जैसे मैं बोल रहा था कि वाइड स्प्रेड थंडरस्टॉर्म एक्टिविटी अभी चल रहा है पूरे कंट्री में और अभी भी एक्सपेक्टेड, यू कैन सी हाउ मेनी regions have been given the warning for thunderstorms. Many parts of the country, at least today and tomorrow, you can see. And after that, again, there is a little break, area is a little less, but again, it is increasing from 3rd April for 4th April. So up to 4th April, at least you can see that there will be consecutive development of thunderstorm lightning. For you, I request the people to be very cautious for the thunderstorm and lightning. People should be in safe places, especially in the afternoon hours. The frequency of thunderstorm, lightning, hailstorms, squally winds, gusty winds is maximum in the afternoon to evening hours. Say 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. These are the 4 hours where we should be very cautious. Of course, in northeast, it is the late night and early morning hours where people will be sleeping. But in the eastern India, central India, peninsular India, northwest India, the activity is maximum between 3 and 7 p.m. So this period, people should be cautious and we can increase the awareness for the people. Minimize the loss. Now, as I told you, we are not expecting any heat wave conditions for the next 2 weeks. Temperature is normal to below normal in many parts of the country. Here, the area what is shown here, the first week and second week, it shows the area where temperature will be above normal. Just like I told you, we are expecting above normal temperature in the coastal areas, that is on the east coast and west coast, that is being represented here. We are not expecting any heat wave conditions as such in central part, northeast India, etc. But temperature will be above normal for the coming week in the coastal areas of east and west coast mainly. So thank you, धन्यवाद आप सभी को। आपके पास कोई प्रश्न है, कोई कमेंट्स है तो आप मुझे बोल सकते हैं।
सर जयश्री बोल रही हूँ हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स से।
हाँ बोलिए मैडम।
सर अभी जो इससे पहले जब फोरकास्ट दिया गया था उससे ये वाला फोरकास्ट रिवाइज्ड फोरकास्ट काफ़ी डिफरेंट है। क्यों WDs ज़्यादा आ रही हैं इस टाइम पे, इस पे कुछ बता सकते हैं सर?
Different तो नहीं है forecast, I will say with respect to the heat wave conditions. If I compare that was the forecast from March to May, and this is the forecast for April to June. Certainly there will be difference because period is not same. March is removed and June is added up. And we last month also we told that March will be less heat wave conditions, and April May we can expect. But there is no forecast for April. Now we have come up with the forecast for April, and April we are expecting that less number, but coastal states can experience heat wave conditions like Odisha, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, and northern part of Tamil Nadu, especially that heat wave conditions predicted. And if you look at the pattern for April, March, May, and April, May, June, you will see that pattern there. Central part of the country we did not expect much also in the forecast for season issued in the month of March. Now also we are not expecting much. But what conclusion what I find that May and June will have more heat wave conditions, not in April. That is the conclusion for the heat wave forecast what is presented here. So the WDs, yes, the number of WDs increased from 15th of April, 15th of March, 11th of March, and that led to this type of decrease in temperature, and hence there is no heat wave conditions. Whatever heat wave condition developed, that had developed in the only past 2 weeks of March. So here also we are telling that the first week now actually up to 9th of April there is no heat wave condition expected as per our forecast. So after that, we'll update again based on the forecast. Today's forecast indicates that after 9th, temperature will increase and there could be some heat wave conditions developing over the east coast states. And WDs, yes, WDs are being predicted 7 to 10 days in advance. And today we have predicted WDs, the consecutive development of WDs. The first WD is going on now over Northwest India. You can see many parts reporting thunderstorms, lightning, etc., with some kind of light rain. And one or two stations reported heavy rain also in Western Himalayan region and northeastern states. This will be followed by another is coming up on 3rd and 4th April. We'll have more intense rainfall activity. Again, we are coming up with 7th April, another WD. So there are 3 WDs now for the next 1 week, which is coming up. And this will be moving one after another. Therefore, the entire country, including Northeast India, Central India, East India, Northeast India, will be affected by that. At the same time, in the Peninsular India, easterly waves are contributing because of the anticyclone developed over the Bay of Bengal Arabian Sea. Moisture pumping is there. So there also we are getting thunderstorm activity and hence rainfall activity. So therefore, scope of development of very intense heat wave condition is ruled out. But in the coastal areas, there could be that prediction. Am I clear, madam?
Sir, yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Fine. Any other questions?
So good afternoon. This is Anjali from the Indian Express.
Yes, madam.
Just continuing from Jayashree's question. So 8 WDs in March. Can we say that it is above average number of WDs that affected the country?
Yes. It is above normal. Above 5 WDs form and it is 8. It is above normal.
Okay. And one more question is there were heat wave in Himachal Pradesh in March, which was 4 days. And also I see in the April forecast, there is mention of Himachal and Uttarakhand in that areas. So what is your initial understanding about heat waves affecting these hilly regions, Himachal and Uttarakhand? What could be the reasons? Like these are not the regions usually facing heat wave. So what is the understanding?
Fine. Thank you. The first question is replied. Second question is that Himachal Pradesh, other one. So if you look at the rainfall activity, what has happened in the month of March, it is above normal rainfall activity over the plains. Okay, but still Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, and adjoining areas are below normal. Even if you have got 6 to 8 western disturbances, still rainfall is below normal over that area. So it is the impact of WD. The WD impact is not uniform in different parts of Northwest India. In the hill areas, this time it has not caused much rainfall activity, whereas in the plain area, it has caused above normal rainfall activity. So that could be so. The similar pattern may be there in the month of April. So therefore, Himachal Pradesh can experience again the heat wave conditions in isolated pockets. But it's not so widespread. You can see that some dots are put up. Only 1 or 2 dots are there in the month of April for Himachal Pradesh, southern parts of Himachal Pradesh.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, Namaskar, this is Pratik from...
Sir, Jacob here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Pratik the first, and then you can go to... Yeah.
So, just one clarification from your presentation. You said that, above normal monthly minimum temperatures are likely in April and also in May and June, which means nights will be warmer, right, sir?
Yes, night will be warmer.
Okay, and sir, on the maximum temperature, you said the half of the country will experience normal to below normal. The rest will be higher than normal, right, sir? April to June.
In the April, May, June.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir.
Right. Yeah. Next, please.
So, can you hear me, Jacob?
Yes, Jacobji. Yes.
Yeah. So, 2 things. One is you have said that El Nino conditions are likely to develop after July, as per the current ENSO forecast. Secondly, it also seems that April is going to have below normal number of heat waves. The number of western disturbances are higher, especially Northwest India looks. The temperature, it seems on the 3-month average looks cooler than what April to June normally is. So are we setting the stage for deficient kind of monsoon conditions, in this? Because the land heating seems much lower. So I'm just, what is the historical trend for this, and what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, actually, we'll come up with the forecast middle of April.
Okay.
In 15 days will come up, because it is not the only parameter. There are, as students, we learned that monsoon is nothing but a giant land and sea breeze. Therefore, if land is warmer, sea is cooler, then you will have good monsoon. All these things we read that. But this is not the only. We have come up with the understanding of the so complex phenomena of monsoon circulation that we cannot go by only one indication. So we'll come up with our dynamic monsoon forecast system output, and by middle of April it will be issued.
Okay.
The trend that whenever the El Nino chances is higher, do we get a pre-monsoon rainfall much, or there is no such trend of getting a higher pre-monsoon rainfall?
Yeah,
And how it will impact that April rainfall to the crops, sir?
it needs analysis. What is the relationship between the rainfall in pre-monsoon season, especially month of March or April, with the El Nino conditions developing in the month of July or developing in the second half of August? I think Dr. Srijit will make that analysis, and when it is ready, we can share the output of this analysis. The second one is the impact. I think we have given the impact in our, I think you have already got it now, the bulletin, or not, I don't know. But we have mentioned in our press release today what is the likely impact of the abnormal temperatures on agriculture, etc. Similarly, rainfall also will be taken into consideration. Agriculture experts will mention that. But we have to be very specific with respect to specific crop and stage of the crop. So I think that will be taken care by the agro experts at the state level. But still, we have given some kind of a broad view in our likely impact of the temperature and heat wave on agriculture. Similarly, agromet advisory for normal temperature and heat wave conditions. So what will the impact of rainfall? Yes, we have not given this press release, but we'll prepare and we'll share it. I request Dr. Sasakumar to prepare a brief write-up about the impact of the rainfall expected in the month of April. We'll share to you.
Hi, sir. Vijay from Mendes side.
Yes, Vijayji.
Achha, sir, I just want to learn from your side. You said we are expecting 2 to 4 more heat waves this year. So what is the normal heat waves we get normally?
Yeah, Dr. Srijit, you want to respond? You're not audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, you will get some more above normal temperature.
So I will tell you that, Vijayji, so usually 3 to 5 days of heat wave conditions. If you look at normal chart I have shown in the presentation, so 3 to 5 days of heat wave conditions prevail in different parts of the country in the month of April. And this year, along the coastal areas and adjoining areas of the East Coast states, we're expecting 2 to 4 days additional heat wave days.
What is the normal one like we experience?
3 to 5 days.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
बोल रहा हूँ।
बोलिए।
इस साल WD की संख्या ज्यादा है नॉर्मल से, तो स्नोफॉल भी एवरेज से ऊपर है, क्योंकि अभी अप्रैल तक का जो स्नोफॉल मॉनसून फोरकास्ट में कंसीडर किया जाएगा. So there is an inverse relation between snowfall and
Right, you are right. It is a factor. We also consider that factor, but so far snowfall has been less.
Okay, thank you, sir.
If you consider December to March snowfall, it is less. I have shown you the snowfall in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Ladakh. It is deficient in the month of March, and earlier also it is deficient.
Okay.
Yes. So thank you very much for your attention and for your suggestions. Your input actually through these questions help us to improve our strategy of forecasting and communicating to all of you. We are working together, and it will certainly help. As I requested, I can request you, if you can write something about thunderstorms, lightning, gustiness and squall and its impact in this pre-monsoon season, you can minimize the loss of lives and properties. So if you need any help from our side, we can provide. I request all of you, please bring up some stories to make awareness among the public, the do's and don'ts, and what precautionary measures they should take before, during, and after the thunderstorms. Because thunderstorms are expecting more in the month of April also. That is most important.
From State Emergency Operations Center, Maharashtra,
yes, please.
we need some help on this matter.
Yes.
Sir, always in April, cyclones, pre-monsoon cyclones used to happen. So मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि इस साल में साइक्लोन का कुछ फोरकास्ट इस तरह से है कि क्योंकि प्री मानसून अप्रैल मई में आता है.
So thank you. Cyclone forecast हम seasonal में नहीं देते हैं. Seasonal forecast of cyclone is not carried out because we do not experience so many cyclones. Only 1 or 2 cyclones we experience in the pre-monsoon months, and that again frequency is maximum in the month of May and June. If you consider the west coast, only during onset phase of monsoon it develops. So be assured that in April there is no history of development of cyclones. Very rare opportunity that there will be cyclone in west coast, and there will be no cyclone, I will tell you in month.
Thank you, sir.
But I request please go through our weekly forecast. They're providing every Thursday about cyclogenesis, and as of today, there is no cyclogenesis expected for next 2 weeks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
कैसे चंडीगढ़ पहुंचे